What is up, guys? Hope everyone is doing well. Had a great Thanksgiving. Today I'm going to be doing a Q&A. A lot of people have been asking me just a bunch of questions through DMs, as well as a lot of people requesting a Q&A. So I thought for this YouTube video, we would do a quick Q&A. Also, I haven't had a lot of time to film this week, so I think that it'll just be really cool to film a Q&A for you guys, answer some of your questions. I posted a story earlier today at around 2 p.m. and it's gotten a bunch of questions. Like, I'm talking a bunch of questions. So first off, let's start with, when did you realize that you succeeded in life? It's actually a great question to start with and a little bit of a deep one, but let's get into it. So I think that success and making money in general is almost thought of very differently from person to person. Personally, for me, I don't really have a goal, so to speak. I know that might sound crazy, but there is no amount of money, I think, that would just completely make me want to stop working. I enjoy working, I enjoy making money, not just for the ideology of being able to buy this or that. Just in general, I like money. I like making money. Whether that be me making $500 in a day or me making $20,000 in a day. The ideology behind just bringing in income day after day, no matter how much money I have, is just good. So as of now, I don't really have goals, but I succeeded, right? When did I feel like I succeeded? It's a good question. I haven't felt that. I haven't felt like I have succeeded, and I don't think I really ever will. Even if people tell me I do, I don't feel like I do. The average person, obviously there are some extreme examples of people winning the lottery or selling a huge company, but I'm making money every single day, so it isn't like super fast. Like, my bank account slowly has gone up over the last 2-3 years. So I haven't really had like this point. I guess maybe when I hit 100,000 in my bank account, I was like, oh wow, that's good. But there is no point I felt successful. I don't think there will be a point. I think success is all determined based on kind of yourself and your mind. But let's get into the next question. What was it like when you had your first successful week? By successful week, I'm guessing you mean like made a lot of money through ecom. It was back probably in like February or March of 2018. I think I hit like 4,500 in a week. Yeah, my biggest day was I think 1,500 on the last day of that week. It wasn't really a good feeling. Again, guys, in ecom, like, you build up your store, so it doesn't really feel that crazy, because like when you first start, one sale is like, oh my gosh, one sale. But then you get 5 sales in a day, like, oh my gosh, 5 sales, 20 sales in a day. So you're just always increasing, and then the numbers just like don't mean as much, if that makes sense. Like, when you have $0, $1,000 is so much to you. But when you have $1 million, then $10 million is so much to you. So your perspective changes so much throughout your life and throughout your success that some of these questions you guys are asking are pretty hard to kind of like answer, because there is no true answer. If you guys disagree with that, you probably just haven't faced it in life yet. You haven't faced the fact that you always will want more, and it's just kind of a cruel thing that you live with. You know, you're never fully satisfied with what you have, and it's a big issue in a lot of people and in myself. It's really important to be grateful. Now let's get into the next question. How come customers are willing to wait 2 to 4 weeks to their products? I'm guessing you're talking about the long shipping times that some products have through AliExpress and dropshipping. That's a great question. 2 to 4 weeks. Who the would want to wait 2 to 4 weeks? I for sure wouldn't. And most customers don't. Now you got to understand that a customer isn't necessarily going to be angry that the product takes that long. Most of the time it's just a customer wanting to know where their item is. And the big issue is led from people not knowing how to handle customer support. Now, if you're checking customer support daily, responding to customers, telling them, hey, the product's going to be there in a week or 2, or any other factor where you're communicating with your customers and keeping them happy, you're not going to have issues no matter what. Even if your shipping times are 3 months long, if you're telling people that, hey, sorry for the wait, the item's gonna be there in another 50 days. Now, if they have an issue with that, you could say, hey, I can offer you a 10% refund to equalize the frustration that you have with your long shipping times and stuff like that. In general, make your customers happy, but that all stems from having good email customer support, right? You guys need to be on that. Great question. Why should I buy your program? Let me tell you guys something, and I don't really want to talk about my program too much on YouTube at all. I will talk about it for this one question. Why should I buy your program? You shouldn't. If you're having that question in your head on if you should buy my program or not, you shouldn't buy my program. Because I'll tell you one thing for sure. I don't want you in my program if you aren't excited to learn from me and you aren't excited to learn my strategies and have me helping you. There are a lot of ways to learn a skill. There are a lot of people you can pay to learn that specific skill. Now, for that matter, I post so much free content. YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, etc. Watch all the free content I offer. If you think that free content will then make it worth it for you to pay me to get access to my paid content, right, my mentorship, my one-on-one support, etc., etc., then I think after watching all of my free content, you guys can make your own constructive decision on if my program is good for you. So you don't really need to ask me why you should buy my program, and I'm not going to answer it. If you have that question for me, don't buy my program. I recommend everyone just watches my content, my YouTube, my TikTok, my Instagram, etc. And if you guys are interested in that content, you find value in it, head over and you can join my mentorship program. But I'm not going to convince you guys. What made you choose this road in life? As I've talked about in a previous video, which I'll link right here, I didn't really choose to drop out. I kind of had to. Now, why did I choose to be an entrepreneur? Again, I kind of didn't have a choice. I could have gone to a different high school, finished out 10th grade. It would have been a bit of a mess, to say the least. But I think that between my parents, both of my parents are unemployed entrepreneurs, and I think in general, my whole life, I was just kind of leaned towards that route of work. It's just kind of what happened. Sam Turney asked a great question I'm gonna get into. Your parents' backstory, are they in the picture or no? Yes, my parents are in the picture for me. My parents both, I've always had parents close to me. I'm very grateful for that. I think my whole childhood and life was very average up until me dropping out. I have two parents, loved me to death. My parents did get divorced when I was in 7th grade, but it wasn't bad at all. Didn't really affect me, I don't think. But my parents are both entrepreneurs, as I talked about in a recent question. My dad is in real estate, so he's definitely taught me a lot in life. I attribute a lot of my success to my dad. My dad's kind of always believed in me and just in general helped me in all different manners. My mom as well has shaped me into a really good person, really good kid. I think emotionally my mom has kind of like been on that factor. My dad's kind of been on my knowledge factor. And in general, yeah, my parents are both great parents. Super grateful for that. They're both self-employed, and my dad does real estate, my mom does recruiting, as well as some social media stuff. What's the favorite car you've driven? I like that question. Simple question. Lamborghini Huracan, by far. Free YouTube tutorials, they're coming soon. Why did you choose drop shipping over other options when you dropped out? I was already doing drop shipping, and I kind of just continued and just spent more time on it. Another great question, Cronin_Ward. Sorry if I butchered your name. Probably butchered every name I've said. But will you get into property investments, aka real estate? The big question, am I getting into real estate? The answer is yes. I definitely want to get into real estate. 9 out of 10 millionaires, 90% of millionaires did so and made their money, or made the majority of their money through real estate. Real estate is a almost foolproof way to make money, just statistically and analytically over time. Just like the stock market, real estate has brought back major returns. And it's a way you can make a lot of money through wholesaling, through finding motivated home sellers that want to sell their home and getting it for cheap. There's so many different ways, fix and flips, to make money through real estate. And again, my dad being in real estate has helped me learn a bunch about it, and I am getting into it. I'm kind of just learning a lot before I do so. I have that amazing advantage, which I'm super grateful for, that my dad is already in real estate, to learn a bunch about it anytime I'm with him and ask him questions. So I'm definitely trying to get into real estate. 100% that will be documented on YouTube. I'm actually trying to make sure my first house that I buy, my first investment property, is going to be a full YouTube series on me buying my first house as an investment at 18. I want to cover it on YouTube, TikTok, and yeah. What's your dog's name? I have two dogs. The one that kind of lives with me and is like my dog is Charlie. That's the white and brown Chihuahua. And my other dog, who's also a Chihuahua, his name's Marty. My mom normally has him, but I took him over for a couple days because my mom was getting kind of overwhelmed with them, because when I was in Colorado, she had both. So I took him for a couple days, and he's Marty. He's a blonde-haired Chihuahua. Elijah asked, how do I invest my money? I like to keep my investments very wide and different. I don't have a crazy amount of money invested. I'd probably say between 50 and 100,000 in kind of appreciating assets or investments. I have a good collection of sports cards, around $35,000 in the stock market, another $15,000 in cryptocurrency. I'm getting into real estate. I plan to buy my first house at the $150,000 to $200,000 mark. I'm pretty diversified with kind of the investments I have. I would say probably like 50 to 100 grand right now I have in just hard investments through cryptocurrency, stock, and other small stuff like that. Oh, I like this. Any regrets about buying a Tesla? As you guys probably know, I have a Tesla Model 3 Performance. I have it wrapped in a color called Glacial Satin Frost. It's a very fun car. I got it back in June. I wrapped it like a month after getting it. And yeah, I really like the car. I think it stands out a bunch, and it's super cool for social media. It's kind of like my car. A lot of the people in my city know it to be my car. When I go to like restaurants or any food places, they know. Super fast, super fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Camera's about to die, so I gotta be ending it. I did go over some good questions, and if you guys have any more questions for me, feel free to reach out on Instagram. I'll probably do a Q&A in the future again. Not in the near future, but definitely in the future. New videos every Thursday at 3 p.m. guys, and definitely going to be getting into more value content. I want to start teaching you guys a lot more kind of for free about Shopify and how you can make money online. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you subscribe, hit the bell so you're notified of any new uploads. Normally uploads will be on Thursday at 3 p.m. though. Everyone stay safe, hustle hard, be productive. Peace out. I'll see you in the next one.